you start trending on the path, they become a part and parcel of your life, frankly. So I will go back to the time 2002 when we had just returned from UK with a very heavy diagnosis about my son. He was diagnosed with autism, and that was causing stress in me, and that stress was already manifesting as lovely different ailments, migraine, hypertension, to name a few. Huh? And it so happened none of the schools in Powai, Hiranandani, were taking my son because of his special needs. Suddenly, one school came up which was ready to take up my son, and that was Sri Sri Ravishankar Vidya Mandir. My son got his admission. I was very happy. And my journey started from that school. It so happened the teachers pushed me into this course. They said, if you want to volunteer for our school, na, you have to do this course. So that, क्या ये चलो कर लेते हैं. 5-6 days बैठते हैं, and 6 days it used to be that time. We sit and I'll just finish it off. And that course did something to me. That Kriya, it did something to me. I was so energetic after the first Kriya that after the first Kriya, I stopped my migraine tablets. Till today, I have not touched those tablets. In fact, within 3 months, everything disappeared. I was hale and hearty and I was enjoying volunteering for the school. Then came my first opportunity to do an advanced course at Rishikesh Ashram. So we were not getting vacation, and I had to take my son along to Rishikesh because already my husband had left for US. So we packed our bags and we went in that wonderful Rajdhani train, a big group of volunteers, devotees from Powai. We got down at Rajdhani. We have a break. There's a next train for Haridwar within 8 hours. So we had to wait over there. And then we started off to take our train for Haridwar. It was the time of March. March is a time when Delhi is brimming with people because Holi. Holi is celebrated with large pomp in Delhi. And people were like, swarms of people were all around. I had my little one with me who was barely 5 years, tiny fellow, and I had two huge bags with me. And we had to climb the bridge, go over to the next one, next third, fourth platform, and we had to take our train. And I got left behind from my group. I got completely separated from my group, and I was totally new. That was the first time I was seeing Delhi station actually. And it so happened that as I climbed the railway bridge, a train had just come on some platform, and a huge crowd started coming on that particular place where I was going. Now I had these two bags and this little one, and the crowd just started pushing me. My son started getting squished in that crowd, and I could see he was breathless, and he was going somewhere. My baggage was going somewhere. All I could think of at that moment was it was a huge crowd. We were being pushed. But I could think of only one thing. गुरुजी मुझसे नहीं हो रहा है. Please कुछ कर लीजिए गुरुजी नहीं हो रहा है मुझसे. I was panicking and my son was also like about to burst into tears. Next moment, a thin puny fellow comes from somewhere. He comes right in front of me, blocks my way. Madam आप जाइए मैं देख लेता हूँ इस crowd को. I was like, I just looked at him. And within 2-3 minutes, I just crossed that bridge, got on the steps, and joined my group. I was too surprised to even tell them what had happened. I mean, from where did he come? The very next moment that I just screamed out to Guruji for help. I mean, suddenly things were sinking into me. Like, then the course happened. On the last day, Guruji meets all devotees. And my son was with me. So I was, like blabbering. Guruji, he has autism and blah, blah, blah. He doesn't know talk and blah, blah, blah. I was going like rambling, literally. Not knowing who this person is actually, rambling. And he just looked at me. just looked at my son. He just gave us prasad and he walked away. And now I am like angry. Well, what kind of a man is he? I spoke so much with him. He didn't even say a single word. So I, kind of screamed at slightly loudly. I just said, Guruji, मैंने इतना सारा आपको कहा, आपने सुना भी मैंने क्या कहा? He didn't even turn back. He just said one word, सुन लिया ना. That's all he said. Moment he said that word, I felt a wave going all over my body. I could not explain it. What is this? But I was like relaxed, so steadfast and grounded that very moment. I mean, all those worries and all, they just disappeared. Then, after coming back, a new journey began. Things just started changing in my life in no time. My husband said, okay, you have to come to US for a vacation at least. I didn't want to go to US because I didn't want to leave Sri Sri Ravishankar Vidya Mandir. I was just too happy. That was my comfort zone. I didn't want to go out of that. I thought, okay, let's just go for a vacation. So I went with a return ticket, huh? Knowing very well that my return ticket is there. Both of us will come back within 2-3 months. Now, when we go there, first blockade starts from the embassy. They don't give a visa to special needs children, not even a visitor's visa. I was still going on a dependent visa, but they completely, she was a very strict lady. She did not reject me. She kept saying, no, you get this, you get these papers, these were blah, blah, blah. And again I go, again she just said, no, 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 not this time. I don't think I can give you a visa. This child seems to have special needs. And she did not reject. She said, no, 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 you get these papers and we will see, we will see. She kept on postponing. What is this? And now I wanted to go. First I did want to go and now I wanted to go. So whenever you want something and you're not getting it, for us there is only one stop solution, Guruji. So during third visit, I prayed to him and went, Guruji, now this time I want the visa. You please do something. And I go, and the officer is changed. A very old gentleman. Maybe if you have seen him, he's so kind. He saw the papers. He saw that my son is special needs. He saw all the certificates, all the diagnosis. He said, oh, you're away from your husband for so many months. You should have gone long back. What have you been doing here waiting for so long? Cut, everything. Visa came. I was all ready to go. And I went there and I find that there are so many facilities for autism over there. So then there was no question of coming back. The ticket was gone. I stayed back. I went with one small bag. I ended up staying there for 8 years. And then a new journey started. I started my devotion for my guru was like knowing no ends. Like it was like just day by day it was increasing. So the best way to serve is start organizing courses. I was in a place called Connecticut, and absolutely there was no art of living in Connecticut. I suddenly there was a devotee in New Haven, which is an hour's drive, started Ashtavakra Gita. I would go every weekend, make my husband drive me to that place, attend Ashtavakra Gita, the knowledge sessions, and come back. This happened for some time, and towards the end, I was ready to organize. No idea how. Some help I got. A teacher came all the way from West Coast. The course happened. My husband ended up being on that course somehow. Because there again, that's other guru story. I mean, we have so many guru stories, what to say. But the course happened. Husband was on the course. And the Kriya had to start. I got my Sudarshan Kriya tape even before I became a teacher. Guruji allowed that. This made my devotion even more strong. Oh God, now I have a responsibility to become a teacher. I'm already taking Kriya and now I have to become a teacher. So all those more organizing. And now it so happened it was time to fill the TTC form. I filled it and then I came to know the fees are quite high. I was on a dependent visa, was not earning. And my husband, he was a teacher, but he was not very convinced with my love for my guru and all at that time. Are you crazy? You're going to spend so many dollars? Sorry, I'm not going to allow this. Huh? You're not going for TTC and all. I thought, what to do? And in that period, as I was walking with my son in my complex, a lady approached me out of nowhere and she said, "Do you do stitching?" This is the question she asked me. Now, I wanted to become, once upon a time, I didn't want to do MSc. I wanted to become a fashion designer. So in college, I had done a 6 month stitching tailoring course. That's all. That was way back. And this lady asked me, "Do you do stitching?" I said, "Yeah, I can." Because I loved to do stitching. So she said, "Okay, I'm going to give you a contract of making bags. You stitch bags for me. I'll give you some cut in that. And you can start right away." She gave me the cutouts and all, and I started, and I discovered I'm making wonderful cloth bags. I wish I had a few samples to show you. They're all gone. And I made bags like anything. In a day, I would stitch some 7, 8 bags easily. It was going so well. Now, this I had started some time back. And this happened for a few months, 2, 3 months. She kept on paying me. Now, I don't have an account, so I would spend that money. But I was making a note of it. And then my husband had said, "No, you cannot go to TTC." So it so happened, let me just calculate what I've earned so much so far. It's been some 3, 4 months that I'm making these bags. Let me just find out. So I sat to calculate every month wise how many dollars I'd earned. I kept on calculating. Towards the end of 4 months, I found out I had earned exactly the amount of what my TTC fees were. The same amount. And plus I had earned some $500 more. So like I thought, okay, this is for my enjoyment then. This I spend in TTC, and these $500 I will spend for my enjoyment. I went and showed that whole calculation to my husband. See, this is what I've earned. So now you cannot stop me from going to TTC. I've already spent the money for the house also. So now what do you say? And he was like surprised. Oh my God, she's earned the exact amount. He had no choice. He had to let me go. So I went for a 21-day training in India. That was the time when we were having our silver jubilee celebrations in 2006. So that's when I did phase 1. And then in no time, I came back and I got an invitation for phase 2, which was again 21 days in Montreal Ashram. And that's how I became a teacher. These have been some of my stories. I didn't want to take much time, so I think I finished in time. What do you
No,
say, Kamal?
no, no, no. You have 5, 7 minutes more.
I have?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, so fine. Then let me think of a few more stories. Okay, it so happened like when I was going for my first, uh, second advanced course at uh, Rishikesh, that was the time as I said, my son was not talking at all. And it's so 7 days advanced course. He was easily taken care of by somebody or the other when I used to be for my meditations. And on the last day, he spoke his first sentence in the ashram. He kind of tripped and he fell down, and he got up and he said, "I fell down." That was the first time I heard him speaking in sentence. That happened during my advanced course. And just before going for that advanced course, I was so excited. I got a dream. It's very sweet. It's a very sweet dream. I got a dream that I am in a beautiful place somewhere at the top of a hill. And guess who is with me? One and only Sri Sri. And you know how we are? We are in this beautiful place having water fountains from the side, and we can look at a whole beautiful view from the top, and we are lying down on our bellies side by side like two friends, and we're looking at each other, and I'm talking to him, "Guruji, I'm coming for the advanced course. I'm so excited." And he's telling me, "Yes, I know, I'm waiting for you, come, no." This was the dream I had somewhere in 2004 when I was going for my course. And then 2006, I was going to the ashram for the first time. From US, we came straight to India. Immediately, we went for the my training. And then I was like amazed looking at our ashram. It is so beautiful. The Vishalakshi Mandap And the Yagyashala, oh my god, I thought, where have I come? And then as we were touring, our our place where our training was happening was near the old kitchen top. If you, some of you all might know that place, you know, it was the old kitchen top. There we were having 50 people, we were having a training. So I thought, let me just explore this place. So I went, slightly climbed up, and I went to the Sumeru Mandap. Now, the dream in which I had this beautiful place was the Sumeru Mandap. I had already had the Sumeru Mandap in my dream with Guruji. And after 3 years, I go and see, oh my God, this is the same place that I dreamt of. And I told all my teachers back me, look, this is the place where I was lying down on my belly with Guruji. You're right here. And look, this was the view that we were enjoying. And these were the fountains that I saw in my dream. I saw everything. I said, oh my God. So nothing new about this, Anita. We all have some or the other stories like this. But of course, they loved listening to this. So I guess some more of what, Kaumudi? Okay. My God. All right. So this is one story which I often share in my courses. So maybe some of you all know of it. I have many of my stories in US because it's everything started in a big way over there for me. So it so happened that we had our first teacher training in 2007, which was happening in the West Coast, and I was in the East Coast. So I had to go. I went, and we were some 200 teachers with him. He was training, he every day he would come, give us some talks, some meditation, and then he would help us. He would tell us how to promote, how to go about. And one such day we were sitting, it was a 3-day training. We were sitting right in front of him. I was sitting right in front of him. I mean, right under his feet. I got a place. So lucky. And he was looking at all of us, and he looks at me. Now, 200 teachers, so many states. He, we don't expect him to know each and every person's name, state, and all. He looks at me and he says, you know, the way we promote the course in different places of US will be different. In Connecticut, it will be different. In Tennessee, it will be different. It so happened that I was from Connecticut, and the teacher who was sitting right beside me was from Tennessee. Now, how does he know that I sitting over there, I'm from Connecticut and she's from Tennessee? And we just look at each other and freeze. He obviously is the guru. We can't have any secrets from the guru. He knows everything. अगला पिछला चिट्ठा सब जानते हैं वो तो ये हुआ. और जब यूएस में थे, my husband has this habit of giving in his papers first and then searching for a job. And he did the same thing over there. He gave in his papers. Now, it was very important for us to stay over there because we were there for my son's needs. And he gave in his papers. Now, it's not so easy also to get a job that next day you give your papers and you get a job walking in. That was not happening. It's not easy to survive in US either without a job. So we are waiting. Somehow I was relaxed. I knew something or the other will work out best. And it so happened that for 1 month, no job. 2 months, no job. Then when the second month was coming to an end, that was when my husband was really panicking. So then again, he writes a huge mail to Guruji. Guruji, I need this job for so and so and reason. And it's not coming. You please do something, blah, blah, blah. We all can write to Guruji, right? Guruji, Gurudev at artofliving.org. And within 2 days, he gets a call on interview. I mean, on phone. The interview is done on phone. The job is done in 2 days after writing that email. And on the very next day, these people knew that Guruji is coming to Cornell University in New York. So they all had decided. My husband was too thrilled to go. So they all decided that they will take this drive and they will go. I couldn't because I thought I'll stay back with my son. 7 of them drew down. It was raining, it was pouring. 6 o'clock, the talk was going to start, and they had to speed. They were stopped for speeding, and somehow they reached. And they were already late by an hour. 7:30 they reached. Now, whenever a talk is over, Guruji never waits. He has to meet so many people. I mean, everything is lined up. All his meetings are lined up back to back. He's such a busy person. But somehow, he was waiting over there with a few devotees. And these 7 people walked into the hall. And as they walked in, they lined up, and Guruji got up and started moving. He started going on out of the hall. Now, as he was going out of the hall, he looked at these people who were standing. The first one was having very bad fever, and he didn't want to come, but these people had just forced him, and they said, "Okay, you come now. Let's see." He stood there, and then Guruji asked him, "कैसा है तू अब? कैसे लग रहा है तुझे? ठीक है तू?" Second was my husband. He holds my husband's arm like this. "So, you're all set now," and he winks at my husband. Now, my husband got this message. I wrote an email to him 2 days back. My job is done. How does he know that I was the one who wrote that email and that my job is done? I mean, oh my God, that day his devotion also increased by leaps and bounds. Today, he's also a teacher. So, I mean, there is no end to these stories. Every day, or some or the other story is happening in our lives. We all devotees know that. But today I got this platform to share these stories with you. I'm so grateful. I hope they also help you grow in some way or the other. Isn't it, Kaumudi? I think now my time is up.
Yes, 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 yes. Indeed, indeed. What a wonderful sharing, Anitaji. Very, very touching. And I remember all our old days in Powai.
Yes,
So many
yes,
things we did
so
together.
many.
And our small little Sri Sri Ravishankar Vidya Mandir.
Yes, I feel so nostalgic when I pass that lane. My God.
So it was wonderful to hear you, reconnect with you. Thank you so much for a good
Thank you.
story.
Thank you so much.
Harshalaji, जी
हाँ जी, हाँ, जय गुरुदेव।
Jai Gurudev.
जय गुरुदेव। मैं सब सुन रही थी। हाँ, मेरे messaging and all was going on, but I was listening पूरा story. I didn't wanted to miss your story. So
Oh,
I was there. Wonderful mother and a brave and a strong mom. You are always smiling. I was smiling, really. Lots of love and blessings to you. Huh, really.
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
It's so nice for all of us to be together and do seva, एक
Yes.
अच्छा मौका मिला है, गुरुजी ने दिया है, that we all are together and doing
Yes.
that. He's a wonderful hardcore सेवा. हाँ, wonderful, ऐसा मतलब सेवक बोलते हैं ना, जैसे वैसे है वो। बहुत अच्छा, इतनी बढ़िया सेवा कर रहे हैं, नॉन स्टॉप विद एन everlasting smile. तो कल हम सब मिलते हैं
Yes.
for sadhana 6:30 and we are so fortunate that Vishal ji has confirmed. विशाल जी आ रहे हैं, इस गुरुदेव सेक्रेटरी, और तुरंत पता नहीं कैसे मान गए। अच्छा है, दूध भेजा गुरुजी ने, ले लो मेरा दूध ले लो। तो ही इज कमिंग एंड देन वील हैव गुरु पूजा. yes, we will have guru puja with प्रसाद जी एंड प्रतिभा जी. प्रसाद जी और प्रतिभा जी सभी गुरु पूजा पंडित को चैंटिंग सिखाते हैं। तो हम कितने फॉर्चुनेट है कि उनके साथ हमको गुरु पूजा परफॉर्म, मतलब जो गुरु पूजा जो उच्चारण है, उसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन है, वो वही दोनों सिखाते हैं और वही आ रहे हैं, लीड कर रहे हैं अपनी गुरु पूजा। सो वी ऑल आर सो फॉर्चुनेट एंड देन वी हैव नेहा जी जो ग्रास रूट से सेवा करते आई है। एंड देन आज हमारा अनीता जी का वेडिंग एनिवर्सरी भी है। सागर की एक लहर उठी तो ना, उनको स्पॉटलाइट। नाम की सागर में एक लहर उठी तेरे नाम की, तुम्हें मुबारक खुशियां आत्मा जान की, तुझको है आनंद में जाकर मिल जाना,
कर मिल जाना,
वो
अनंत में जाकर मिल जाना।
Happy wedding anniversary to both of you.
Anniversary.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank you
wedding
so
anniversary.
much.
Happy
Happy
wedding
wedding
anniversary to
anniversary.
both of
Thank you.
you. And many, many more to come to celebrate.
Yes.
And it was so nice साथ में सेवा करते हुए, really working together, doing seva.
Absolutely. We had so much fun. I was telling Kaumudi the other day that never in my so many years of art of living have I been so busy for one full month. I mean, Harshala has kept us on our toes for 1 month. 15th April we have started and we're still going. I've never done this much seva, Harshala. I mean, now it's all thanks to you. And like Guruji says, we don't know what our capabilities are. So Harshala made us realize what our capabilities are through this project of us. Good job, Harshala.
Very good. It was really very nice. बहुत अच्छा लगा. We got to know each other. मतलब एसपीजी से कभी बात होती थी और इतना एसपीजी कर सकते हैं सेवा, मतलब कर तो रहे हैं पर टाइम टू टाइम वो ऑन करना, जूम स्टार्ट करना, रहना, मतलब एक अभी मेरे लिए तो मतलब यू ऑल आर ऐसे बोलते हैं ना एक फैमिली जैसे. मैं तो आई एम सो हैप्पी कि इतने सारे अपने लोग, मतलब अभी तक तो ऐसे थे हाँ आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग. We like one family. It is like, we got to know each other so much and it was so nice, really. It is so nice. Of course, आगे बहुत बढ़ना है और करना है लोगों को connect. तो कल मिलेंगे. Have a great day. जय गुरुदेव.
Jai Gurudev, everybody.
There is very Chandresh.
Chandresh is right outside. He's entertaining our son.
वेडिंग एनिवर्सरी है ना, दोनों साथ में होने चाहिए थे.
Yes, I'll quickly call him. You have to come here in a minute. Because you're being wished happy wedding anniversary. Everybody, SPG is asking for you.
Chandresh.
Hello, Chandresh ji.
Hello, sir. क्या बात है?
Wedding anniversary to both of you.
Thank you
very
so much.
क्या बात है?
We miss you in Powai.
Yeah, we really miss you in Powai.
Yes, we miss Powai too. Really.
Chandresh ji, meeting you after so many. Gatkal ji.
Happy
Oh,
wedding
okay.
anniversary.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary. Happy
Anita ji and me, we have taken many courses together.
Yeah. Yes.
गटकल जी,
Thank you,
आप
Anita.
कहाँ पे प्रकट भी नहीं हुए?
I know गटकर जी दिख नहीं रहे.
Yeah.
के लिए ना
है गुटकल जी.
हाँ अनीता
हाँ, पल
You-
पल के गिराने के समय हो गए ना.
देखे हैं तुम सा नहीं देखा. Wonderful smile, huh? Always, always smiling. बहुत अच्छा.
Happy anniversary, Anita ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for your wishes. So much.
Grand कर दिया, huh? Gurudev has made this celebration also so grand, है ना?
Yes.
People celebrating together and wishing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
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 Jai Gurudev.
Jai Guru.
मिलते हैं साधना के लिए, हाँ?
कल morning हाँ.
Yeah.
Guru night.
Guru night. Yes, Guru night.
Tomorrow morning.
Both fine.
Hello. Okay.
Lakshmi.
Can we close the meeting?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.